welcome to Animal Watch, and this week we're meeting Wolfdogs in Italy.
Today I travel to one of the most beautiful parts of Italy, Tuscany, where the wolf has made a very successful return, and find two cheeky wolfdog puppies waiting for me. I follow the socialisation of these two beauties as they meet people in the real world, and watch as Jessica Pecorari of North American Wolfdogs guide them on their journey to live stress-free in the world of humans. We also visit a school up in the mountains that are teaching their children to love and respect nature, especially the wolf. And we climb to the highest point and howl across the mountains to the wild wolves of Italy. Many people the world over make the decision to take on a wolfdog, not realising that some high-content wolfdogs can act more wolf than dog. Without the proper knowledge of socialisation and gentle introduction to the stresses of the world, these fragile animals can end up severely traumatised and handed into rescues for being too nervous, too aggressive, or too destructive. So today I fly to Tuscany in Italy, where the Apennine wolf has made a staggering comeback with over 3,000 recorded individuals. I'm here to meet a very knowledgeable wolfdog breeder who takes extreme pride and care in the socialisation of wolfdogs to make sure they do not end up traumatised. Jessica Pecorari of North American Wolfdogs is renowned for her model citizen wolfdogs and prides herself in a very specific way of raising them so they can go places and interact with strangers just like any pet dog can.
Well, I'm really excited. I've travelled all the way to Tuscany in Italy to see some very, very special wolfdogs indeed, and also to find out all about how you socialise these little sausages to make them beautiful adults when they grow up. I can't wait. Come on. Hi! Hello, Jessica! How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Oh, wonderful, this is so beautiful.
Thank you. So this is Kamala. This is my new pup. She comes from Loftus, and she's a black fizz. She is so sweet.
She is so sweet. And how old is she?
2 months.
2 months. And she's so big, isn't she? She's bigger than some people's dogs. Can I hug?
Oh yeah,
Can
sure.
Come. Come on, Kamala. Oh, you were so lovely. You are so lovely. I love the wedge-shaped heads at this age. They're all ears and feet.
Yeah.
Aren't they? Ears and feet. Ears and feet.
Yeah. And she's a good jumper at all.
She's a good jumper.
Oh yeah, she's a really good jumper.
Good chewer of fingers, I think.
Yes. And this is Durango.
Durango, like in the movie.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna ride into town and steal my heart?
Yeah, he's so sweet. He's an incredible puppy. He's very open, very social, because I raise.
Yeah, because you raise, and look at the size of this.
Yes.
His feet are already huge, aren't they? He's going to be a big leggy boy when he grows up, isn't he? Look, 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 look. Flipping heck. These are 8 weeks old. She's a little bubby, aren't you? Aren't you? Oh, look, she's so sweet. Come here.
At this young age, the wolfdog puppies are courageous and easy to handle, as they haven't reached some of the bad fear phases that wolfdogs can go through. But getting them to this stage was far from easy.
The most important thing, in my opinion, is how to imprint in them. Everything starts when their eyes are closed and I have to keep them at 9-10 days old, and I start to bottle feed. So I start to be their mom, give to them the possibility to trust in you. So what I do is take them indoor, they sleep with me, they eat with me, they just smell people, and I take them to socialize when they are 14 days old, so when they just open their eyes and they are big enough to go out to restaurants. I just put the babies to people to touch them. They can feel also different hands, different smell, and that's very, very important. You can see immediately the differences with an imprinted wolfdog and a not imprinted wolfdog.
Jessica invites me to spend a couple of days with her learning about what it takes to socialise puppies like this in order to keep them stress-free from fear reactions in public. First stage is going out in the car. We arrive at a restaurant called Badia a Colte Bueno, up in the Winelands, a really beautiful location. The puppies jump out of the car and we head over to the table. The puppies turn heads, as of course they look like full-blood wolves. We sit down, and now the adventure really begins. The puppies are great to start with, but soon get bored like any normal puppy. The male pup Durango starts to ask for food and is soon followed by his stepsister Kamala. Surprisingly, Jessica gives them as much as they want from her plate.
So right now I have 2 babies. If you see them, interact with them, they will leave to them everything. The food, the attention, if they want to bite them because they want just to play. They don't want to be aggressive, they don't want to say no to them because they know that they are just puppies. Like for us with the kids, when they are too little to understand, we can't push them.
So someone has a wolfdog puppy like the 8-week-old ones, and they treat them roughly and they go no, 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 and they don't let them and maybe hurt them even, like to tell them off. That puppy will not bond with them, will maybe not like them, not be so close.
Probably,
what would they do?
They become aggressive.
When Jessica explained this philosophy to me, it was obvious. I'd seen wolves and wild dogs regurgitate their food for the puppies, even wolf dogs that were not the parents. We think dog when we have a puppy, and that usually means teaching the dog not to beg at the table. But with wolf dogs, this was turned completely on its head. Trust gaining was priority with wolf dog puppies. You need them to feel secure and loved at this stage in their life. Various members of the public approached and wanted to pet the puppies. This was actively encouraged as long as the interaction was positive. The difficult part comes when raising wolf dogs to make sure the experiences are all good ones, as any shocking experiences at this stage can cause phobias. Wolf dog pups harbour bad experiences far stronger than dog puppies, so even though stranger interaction was encouraged, only good stranger interaction was wanted, so everything was carefully controlled. The restaurant was noisy and the waiters were coming and going, but this was all good socialisation for the puppies, who needed to learn to deal with chaotic life. Even when Kamala pulled to leave, Jessica sat relaxed and never gave off any annoyance or anger at her. Soon Kamala settled to sleep, as so did her brother, and we could eat our food. After the restaurant, we headed back to the car to take the puppies home. Tomorrow was a new day with new adventures. The following day, I awoke in exquisite vineyard Tuscany. Today was super exciting, as I was to meet the adult wolf dogs that appear on social media with Jessica. I was really eager to see their behaviour compared to other wolf dogs I'd met. They jump up and smell my breath and put their feet on my shoulders. But despite their size and strength, there was a real calmness and gentleness with her adults. They were far better behaved than any of the wolf dogs I had met before. It seemed to me that Jessica really had a good technique going. We walked up the lane and it honestly felt like I was walking pet German shepherds. The wolf dogs did not pull, did not react and were totally unfazed that a stranger was walking them. I was really blown away. You could even let the leads go and they would stick with us as they played on some hay bales. We then stopped for a quick howl in the field. It was then time to get in the car with Ferris, as today he was going to be an ambassador up in the beautiful mountains. We were to take him to meet a school of children who were learning about the natural world and the animals in it. Today they were to learn about wolves. We drove up into the mountains. It was so beautiful. As we drove, I kept thinking about all the wild wolves that have repopulated Italy. It was an exciting, positive thought, but one that was apparently causing wolfdog hybridization. Jessica mentioned that some dangerous and brave wolfdogs had been spotted by farmers, where farm dogs had bred with local wild wolves. Now that farmland and dogs are everywhere, this sadly is the inevitable future, and one which I truly hope will not mean control again for the wild wolf. We eventually arrive at the forest camp high in the mountains, and the children gather to meet Ferris. Jessica was keen to encourage love for the wild wolf by the children, but equally was not so keen to encourage young children to own a wolfdog.
If I have to sold one of my puppies to a family with very little kids, I am not agree totally, because if I don't trust very well in the person, in the family, and they can't really understand all the signal that they can give to you, you have to learn and understand very, very well what they think, what is their behavior, because their behavior can change. They can have their period during the year. They can go in the winter syndrome. They can go in the hunting mentality.
Do you think small kids ignite the excitement of a small animal?
They can. You can have very good animals. She's not good with the kids, so I know her. I know she doesn't like kids, but he loves kids, and he likes kids too.
Yes.
So I can bring them with the kids. He has a very big instinct. He will like to hunt too much, but with the kid, he's extraordinarily good. He's very patient. He's okay. He likes to be pet by them.
We sit down and Jessica starts to teach the children some facts about wild wolves.
Avete mai visto un lupo? Sì. Sta in branco. Okay. What's the behavior of the wolves? I'm asking. They hunt. They kill deers. They kill wild boar. Le prede più deboli, solo quelle più forti poi si riproducono. So I'm telling about what the wolf usually eat in the nature. They usually eat animals that are maybe in a dangerous moment. They are not very healthy anymore. They are old, or they have genetic problem. Natural selection, that only the strong animals, the healthy animals must to survive, must to breed, must to be reproduced. In primavera il lupo fa I cucciolini perché in questo modo possono sopravvivere meglio per l'estate. So the wolf usually has the newborn in April, in May, after the winter, so after the hard times for them to find prey.
The kids end with a howl and then line up to take turns to greet Ferris. For some children, it was exciting. For others, quite terrifying and needed encouragement. One child was so blown away by the experience that he just wanted to meet Ferris again. Equally, Ferris took a shine to certain children over others, and it was clear to see how he preferred girls to boys. This is a common trait in wolves and wolfdogs, as men, even as young boys, can have a stronger presence than women. Wolves can sense the testosterone, and some adult men cannot get near a tame wolf or wolfdog, as the wolves just don't feel comfortable. This is very clear when I am with Bosch at Wolf Watch UK, and why it's easier to have a female camera lady round than a male one. After the school visit, we bid the children adieu and climbed higher into the mountains and stops short of the summit. It is quite breathtaking. Eventually we reach the summit, and Jessica and I sit with Ferris as the sun drops. We try another howl across the mountains, directed to the wild wolves of Italy. I really hope they heard. We then made our way down the mountain as it was feeding time for the Wolfdogs. Jessica got to work busy preparing the food for both the adults and puppies.
I feed raw for my Wolfdogs, and I know that you've said that you feed raw. Why do you think it's so important for Wolfdogs like this to be eating food like this?
It's healthy for animals have a natural diet, and for them, of course, can be better because the enzyme are just for the meat. Also, they can eat bones very easy.
Have you ever chucked like a whole carcass in here and let
Yes.
them all do it at the same time?
Yes, I
Is it very vocal?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
We make our way over to the enclosures and get to work feeding the Wolfdogs. It was obvious that Jessica could get close to the food bowls. Wolfdogs are naturally very possessive of food, and rightly so, as in the wild, lack of food means starvation for the wolf pack. So genetically, Wolfdogs still possess this absolute desperation about food. Jessica has worked well with her Wolfdogs, and the puppies will learn that food will always be available to them, so not to keep panicking.
A Wolfdog like this will naturally be, oh my God, this is mine, 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 mine. How do you work with them when they're very young?
So let's start again with imprinting. You bottle feed them after you start to get the food, and I usually to get the food with the hands. So I give to them the possibility to feel the hands, and they can feel the differences between the hands and the meat that is inside. If you train them to take the treats and take sometimes the food from your hands, they can understand to be delicate with you. They can understand that you are giving the food to them. So that's also a way that I used to have the recall.
So very insistent. They get a hold of something. Let's, for instance, you've gone out walking and you come across something which you think could be poison meat. So with worst case scenario.
It happened to me.
Okay.
It happened.
They want to eat that meat. It's amazing. It's the most amazing meat.
That's
how you get it off them.
That's why you never have to create mistake at home. I mean, never create conflict, because sometimes, maybe one time in your life,
you have to create
a mistake
to save their life.
Yes, and I did with Django. And that time I take Django and I shake Django, leave because it was a mouse. And you could see the mouse was full of poison.
Yes.
It is the poisons, and Django wanted to eat the poison mouse. And so I had to open the mouth, and he would start to growl. It was a surprise for him that I create that conflict with him. So he lived, and I take him.
Now, as Wolfdog and Nordic breed owners, isn't it irritating to keep coming back to this? Or perhaps you find it hard to transport large dogs who like to chew your car up. So with that in mind, I'd just like to share with you my new favourite dog pen from Impact Dog Crates, made with space-grade aluminium and 99% recycled materials. They claim that it's the only dog crate you'll ever need, as your dog won't be able to destroy it, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee, as they are so certain. Kumi has the collapsible version as I travel everywhere all the time and need to transport both her and the crate. You can even use it to fly your pets, as it's certified for this. Kumi's model is huge at 48 inches long, and I chose grey, but it comes in 4 other cool colours and sizes. They come with military-grade handles for carrying, brilliant ventilation, and an easy-to-carry lightweight frame, which shows here, as it'd be a miracle for me to carry any other brand of crate of this huge size. You can find purchase options for this crate via my special link and code Animal Watch, where you get 15% off selected products. I will also write this link in the description to this video. We head over to the last enclosure, where after feeding we relax with the Wolfdogs and have a final chat about their socialisation. It is obvious that the enclosure is high and well fenced, with an anti-dig fence buried deep into the ground, and fencing tilted in at the top to prevent climbing. There is plenty of areas for enrichment and shade from the sun. Jessica explains why anyone taking on a puppy must be prepared to give the pups acres of enclosure and correct protection from escape and intruders.
These dogs can't just come home to somebody who's got a tiny little back garden. You need to give them this. You need to give them an outdoor space, like acres we're talking.
Sometimes the people ask me, I have a big terrace. I say,
No,
good place for a cat, maybe.
If somebody was to keep one like this in the house and just go to work and shut the door, what are they likely to get when they come home?
A new house. To create a good place for them, you need to have a peaceful place and harmony. You need to leave them most as possible, live inside with them, leave them in your bed, sleep with them in the same place is very important, because they can feel you all the time, they can trust you all the time, because you are part of them. You are not an alpha, you will not be the dominant of the pack, but you will be their point of reference. If you create that with them, you win.
You win. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. So if people want to think about having one, they need to do their research on wolf behaviour, start to understand how wolves treat each other, how they live.
I am a guide for them. I'm not a leader, because I can't say to them, oh, do that, and they do.
No, they just won't do it.
No, the most important things that I want to socialize and I want to have good animals to train is because if they feel bad, it's so hard to take them to the vet. Another very important thing with all big dogs, all dogs, is wear a muzzle, because when they are having a hard times, maybe because they feel very bad because something bad happened, they can bite all the dogs. Not all the wolf dogs, but wolf dogs have very big teeth.
It takes a really, really special kind of person to take on a responsibility like this.
Because it's a responsibility for 15 years, maybe.
Yes.
So you need to create all of that, you need to create enclosure, a safe place, you need to be patient, you need to spend a lot of money because they can destroy anytime something expensive.
And it just broke my heart just to think that there are so many shelters in America that are full of wolf dogs, because there's breeders out there and they don't care and they just take your money and they don't socialise the dogs. You need to go and find people like Jessica who raise the dogs correctly, they socialise them, they're beautiful, but you have to carry that on. You can't just let it stop with the breeder, then it passes to you. And you are then holding the reins, and you have to make sure these dogs are safe. You have to care for them, they're like one of your children.
The last 2 days had been wonderful. I really admired Jessica and what she has achieved with her adult wolf dogs. I am certain that the puppies will grow up to be model citizens, and I can't wait to revisit and watch Kamala grow into a thick winter-coated adult.
And if people would like to find out more about your websites, where can they find you on the internet?
I have just Instagram and Facebook for now.
And it's a North American Wolf?
North American Wolfdog.
I've put the name here so you can see
and
it.
And also at my name, Jessica Pecorari, on Facebook.
On Facebook.
And North American Wolfdog, EU, Europe, on Facebook as well.
Sometimes when I meet wolf dogs, I feel like I've been mashed. Because some of them just jump on you and you feel like you come away like invigorated but mashed up. So I feel very, very peaceful today. So
Yes.
it's been such a wonderful, wonderful experience. And
Thank
if you
you.
enjoyed this episode, then please
Thank you.
give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking the button in the bottom hand corner, and tune in every week when we'll be bringing you more amazing episodes on dogs, wolves, wolf dogs, animal rescue and conservation. Bye for now.
Bye bye.